Straightjacketpsycho, you don't seem to get this. Let me make it clear in an audio video. Last time I'm going to speak to you. Nobody is interested in your opinion. When somebody speaks about you, or laughs at you, or points out what a crap mother you are, it's not an invitation to have some form of communication with you. It's laughing at you, not laughing with you. I noticed that one of your videos has been up now 5 weeks. It's had 38 views and about 4 comments, and I'm one of those comments. Doesn't that tell you anything? Shall I kind of clarify the situation for you? All you ever were to the trolls was a number, because what you had was Greg and Forrest operating several sock accounts. I'm a redhead, say no more. Taboda, who's nowhere to be seen. Dragonfire Oracle, who's already shut up, and I think she expressed her disgust at the swing site stuff. They've got no backup. But the backup they want is not somebody who's going to make them the laughing stock as you are. Everybody now, you are synonymous with Uncle Fester. Nobody will take you serious. Nobody ever did. They only wanted you to thumb up their videos, to comment on their videos, to sub to them. You were just to make up a number. Probably secretly, they've laughed and said, yes, you do look a bit that way. And they've laughed at the things that's coming out. But now that you're such a pathetic joke, you have no use to them. Things have gone on from where you are now of, oh, give me sugar and all this bullshit. And you can't step up to the mark. All you're good for is talking like a demented teenager, making demented text-speak type comments to hide the fact that you're semi-literate. You actually don't bring anything to the table. Hence your video having 30 odd views in 5 weeks. Now they might well now suddenly start watching your video, which will show that I have an effect. That when I say something, they then act in a certain way. But we'll all know because that video's been there 5 weeks. You've got about 4 or 5 subs, I think, on that particular channel. So maybe now I've spelt it out to you, you'll get the picture. It would seem to me they've dropped you. They've had what they had wanted out of you, which was numbers, real numbers, to go with all the sock account numbers, and that's it. You're useless now. They know that anything you say is just going to be jumped upon and laughed at. They know that it's just going to make them look stupid. They're even embarrassed about I'm a redhead. If you notice, yeah, they still keep us sweet, but that's about it. But that's it. You're done. You have nothing new to bring to the plate. Nobody's interested in you sticking your kid in front of you in a video while you troll. Nobody's interested in anything to do with you. So can I make a suggestion? Instead of trying to analyse things and get involved in things that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, make a video. I'll definitely accept it as a response. Whether I watch it or not is another matter. But why don't you make a video? Stop commenting. Me talking about you wasn't an invitation for us to communicate with each other. You're going to have to find another way to dispel your obvious loneliness. You're clearly not happy in your private life. You're clearly looking for something. Well, YouTube is not the place for it. And anybody who was being nice to you before was only because it suited them. Because where are they now? Where are they commenting on the videos ridiculing you? Where are they coming to your aid in the comments? They're not. But there was a time when there was. And like I said, secretly they probably agree with us anyway, because you call a spade, and it don't matter what side of the fence you're on. If it's a spade, you'll both be in agreement it's a spade. I'm sure they agree with the Fester stuff and that. So why don't you do yourself a favour and shut up? Nobody's interested. Or make a video. Stop trying to get communication. I realise that when you're lonely and, you know, you haven't got a man and you're stuck with a couple of kids and, you know, you're probably on welfare, I'm guessing, and you haven't got much of an income. And you probably don't get a holiday or anything. Probably a holiday for you is, you know, when you've got your daughter doing your cleaning. This is not the place for you to find whatever it is you're looking for. And Everybody's done with you. Once we discovered you weren't who we thought we were, we just tried to shake you off. But like a little ball of shit stuck to a man's arse hair, you will not drop off, will you? But you're going to have to, because nobody is interested in you. If your video views tell you that. The fact that nobody's white knighting for you tells you that. It only suited Greg Haydon to make that video to try and get some moral high ground. He didn't really give a shit if your image was being photoshopped. He's photoshopped enough images himself. That was just part of the game. It didn't mean anything. You were a number. And now you're just an object of ridicule. Who the hell would want that on their site? Come on, seriously. I just wanted to add to this video that how many people have heard from Crotch Vomit that I or Tracy was about to be arrested? Don't you think if Tracy was arrested and I was Tracy, I would have disappeared? Or if my sister was arrested, I would have thought, oh, fuck this, I better stop this. There is not going to be an arrest. She said this in January 2010. Come on. You know, how many times did she make that comment? That was never going to happen. She was relying on me shitting myself when the FBI went onto my blog, but we all know it was her husband. She then thought if she contacted the South Wales police that would help. Well, it wasn't going to help anyway because I'm not Tracy or Cheryl, whatever you want to call her. But it certainly wasn't going to help once she put the police communication up onto the computer and they realised that they had been manipulated by some trolls. In fact, she done me a favour, because what's happening now is the police are they couldn't act on me. I could probably go pretty far, because the last thing they want is to admit that they were like bumbling Keystone cops and that they got taken for a ride by some poxy psychologist in America and her husband who just wanted to troll. They've probably been watching YouTube in private because, you know, just when they go home. You don't mean that's the end of the day. Bet your life they've been watching it, and bet your life they now know about Chang and Natasha and Son of Thorhammer and Emily, Paige, and all those other things. Stigma Buster. Bet your life they're loving seeing your asses being kicked on an internet kind of level. But even if they wanted to act, how could they? How could they seriously risk pressing a charge on me, let's say for trolling Annie? Because you know that's going to come, don't you? Statins Day. Give me a month. Google those names, you know the names. But how could they? How could they act and risk what would come out? They're not going to. So in the long run, you've done me a favour, but you also got to look stupid. Crotch Vomit, I know you watch. You look real dumb. Your tits are fake. No, they're mine. Don't you fucking worry about that. Your teeth, well, I've proved that too. You can go and look on one of my background, has images that you can clearly see. You're two different people. You went around telling everyone I was going to be arrested, and people based everything they did on your word. Where is that? How are you explaining that to them? Because even if I now did break the law, like I said, the police here, they're fucking dreading what's coming next. They are absolutely shitting themselves. They can't afford for members of the public here to become privy that some dickhead from the FBI misused the FBI computers to make contact with them, pretending it was in an official capacity for Anna L. White. Seriously, you've just given me free rein. And all I'm going to do is stick to the facts. You can tell by the fact that I've now shown one of the first ever videos on my Anna Schweizer CA channel that I have everything right back to then. That video that is up there is the first ever video I made to Annie. You can see there's no threats to her children, there's no pictures used, there's just text. And all I do is point out, you are not in a position to call anyone a stalker and to laugh at anyone having daddy issues. I'll put the link in the description. And even if the police hadn't bumbled and botched and broken the Data Protection Act and been made to look stupid by you, why would you think they would have any sympathy for a woman that they've probably been watching? Because bet your life, like I said, if I was a policeman, when I went home, I'd remember that and think, oh, I'll just have a quick look what they're all doing on YouTube. Especially because they became part of that. Why do you think they would have sympathy for you when they see Forrest Jameson taunting Susan Greathouse? And there you are, crotch vomit, Dana, decrying me over Annie whilst being tied to somebody who trolled a young girl to death, who taunted her mother, who all of you were involved in the death of Chang 13A, who has stalked and harassed people like Son of Thorhammer's mother, Stigma Buster. Why would you imagine that anyone in this country would want to do the slightest thing for you? But let's suppose that they did. Let's look at the court case. Can you imagine what my solicitor would make of the calibre of the complainants? You've got Forrest Jameson linked to Susan Greathouse, Brianna Greathouse, Son of Thorhammer, Stigma Buster. You've got Greg Haydon, who sits with a pair of his wife's knickers on his head, talking about being the Lord of the Darkness and all this crap. You've got I'm a redhead calling everyone pedo, cunt, fail, cunt. That's all she's good for. You've got Straightjacketpsycho talking in text, saying give me sugar and just trying to insert herself. Seriously. What the hell? There's something the matter with the lot of you. Now, I know that I appeared to be a little bit angry yesterday and maybe a little bit agitated. You've got to play the game, haven't you, just in case. Because we've got mitigation. So, hypothetically speaking, if I were to be in any situation, but I had just had the police report, I had just realised that an FBI control handler and a psychologist from Philhaven and a woman with an extremely large forehead and hands to match and her sweaty husband had conned the local police, blah, blah, blah. You get the picture? So, there you go. Straightjacketpsycho, piss off, no one's interested in you. You're going to have to find somewhere else. Once your image went out, any hope you had of a romantic interludes on YouTube was clean out the window. So why don't you just go and clean your own house now, or do something like that, spend a day like that. Go and have a little holiday, like I did. No, I haven't got the money for that, you can't. Got a car? Got any? Nothing? As I thought. So, oh, and I gotta say, that video of I'm a redhead toking on the spliff and sticking her finger up, isn't that the funniest thing? That's what Greg Haydon and Forrest got on their side left, that and Straightjacket Fester. Do you know what I mean? It's like a small child dropping his pants and showing off his bum. That's what she reminded me of. I'm a redhead when she done that. It was the most utterly pathetic moment, and he said a lot about I'm a redhead. I'm only surprised she didn't use the word cunt. I had a great laugh out of it, ripped it, got some great shots on it and still images, and there's my door. I've got to go and answer the door. I have visitors. They're people who come to see me, so I'm going to cut it short later.